All right, guys. Menu number 14, creamy spinach fettuccine. No meat. I'm real interested to see what this one tastes like. I don't know what I think about the idea of no meat in an MRE. 2,500 calories. This thing came out in June of 2019, 5-year shelf life. So we're gonna give it a try and see what we think. Here we go, we've got a peelable seal from the top. We're gonna separate that out and just see if we can pull it apart. Oh yeah, that came apart nice and easy. You know what, I'm gonna get the tray out right now. And let's just start setting it out. Oh wow, it's all in its own package. There's nothing else in there. That was interesting. Let's see here. Get right after it. Everything opens real easily. That's nice. I've had some that have been just tough as nails to get open. All right. First things first, we got our honey mustard and onion pretzels. Whoa, that is cool.
Big timing.
Yeah, that's great. Got some crackers. I like crackers, you know me, especially if we can get some peanut butter with them. Here's our hot beverage bag, which will go with our heater. This just fell out. What do we have? Crushed red pepper. That must be for flavoring of something. Put that with the accessory pack. Oh, chocolate protein drink powder. Now, you guys know I don't care for chocolate too much, but we'll have to give this a try. Make it the right way, see how that works out. First Strike nutritious energy bar, cran raspberry flavor. Man, that sounds good. Wow, this little bar has 260 calories to it, so, and there's not much to it. It's pretty, it feels like it's freeze dried. Okay, we have, oh my, peanut butter. You know me, I like the old peanut butter. We'll start needing that right now in preparation for crackers and peanut butter. Oh yeah, I haven't had peanut butter in a while, and I've never had peanut butter in a new MRE. We got our spoon, big spoon there. This is the fettuccine Alfredo. Look at that, 220 calories. There are fewer calories in that than there are in the bar to eat. So 260 in the bar and 220 in the fettuccine, creamy spinach fettuccine. So that's going to be interesting to try.
Huh. So they're relying on you to get your protein from the drink.
Yeah, the drink and the energy bar, I guess, and that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think about that, but we'll find out. And then let's take a look at our accessory pack here. Yeah, these open really easily. Oh, that's very interesting. I've had some that are just like getting into a safe. So we have sugar. Ooh, a moist towelette. Creamer. Salt. Bill's Brew freeze-dried coffee. We will be trying the coffee today. It's a little cooler, and I'm looking forward to that. We have our gum. It is unmarked. We don't know if it's chiclets or what kind of gum it is. 24 sheets of toilet paper, no doubt. Lighthouse, made in San Francisco. Oh, that's cool. It's by Lighthouse for the blind and visually impaired. That is cool. Give them a little shout out there. That's pretty cool that they put that together in the MREs. And then finally, we have our matches, these being fresh. I'm sure they work, but let's check it out just to make sure. Close cover before striking. There we go. Just right. Okay, now let's get our creamy Alfredo, or creamy fettuccine, in the heater, and we'll get that going first, and that way it can heat up while I'm eating some crackers and peanut butter.
So basically, these are just bags with chemicals in them.
Yes, and it's activated by water.
Okay.
So once you pour the water in, it takes, as we found on the one, it takes a few seconds to activate, it seemed like. But boy, it gets hot. The Polish MRE video, when we put the water in that, it sounded like there was a spa going on for 10 minutes. So we'll give this a try, see what this is, the US one. There we go. Let it snuggle right down back there, and we will add our water.
Oh boy.
To the fill line. Yeah, step back.
Last time it...
Can you tell me when I'm there? I'll look from the back here.
Oh, I think that's good.
Oh gee, I'm over. So, well, we'll see what happens. Do not overfill. Whoops. We'll put it off to the side, kind of point it that way.
Oh, now I hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it
Oh,
fizzing.
there's some steam coming off.
Well, got to do the crackers, peanut butter. I have to say, I'm looking at this here. You've got the fettuccine with no meat, pretzels, energy bar, and crackers.
That's
right
kind
off the bat, that doesn't excite me particularly. But
that's kind of lame. That really is. That for soldiers.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, supposed to be about 2,500 calories total, but you're only getting 220 from the main dish. That's not much. So let's see here. Wow. Let's see if this is even. Oh yeah, no, that's just kind of. That's
very
not
sturdy.
real crisp, you know.
Yeah. Aren't very sturdy crackers.
No, not at all.
It's like they let some vegan design this thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that may be it right there. Yeah, that's disappointing. Those crackers are, yeah, they're just falling apart way too easily.
They're not like those thick hearty crackers
No.
we're used to seeing.
Yeah, like what I had in the 80s. So, well, let's get the peanut butter. The other thing too, this is interesting. Peanuts, sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oil, salt, vitamin C, vitamin A, palmitate. I mean, we didn't have, it was just peanuts and I think hydrogenated oil, and that was it. It didn't have a bunch of other stuff. So we'll see if this tastes any different too. So let's give this a try. All right, you know, and we're gonna eat a full meal. I'm gonna pray here a minute. Alrighty, here we go. Little crackers and peanut butter there. Let's get a little bit out. It looks pretty. It looks a little more. It's going to break. Looks a little moister, a little more moist than the stuff that's 40 years old. That's for sure. I can smell peanut butter for sure. Yeah. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes fresh, and I can taste the peanut butter. That's nice compared to the old stuff. The old stuff was just pasty, and you couldn't taste the peanut butter really. This actually tastes like peanut butter. No, it's good. You want a little bite?
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, the crackers are like super crumbly.
Yeah, and they're not. It's not because they're like real hard. They're just crumbly. They're just crumbling apart. A little bit more of that.
The crackers are like, there's no flavor to it. Like, they need salt and stuff in them. Like, a few. There's like zero salt in it. It's just like, this is weird. This is a weird MRE to me so far.
The other thing I noticed too, we did not get any pepper, like black pepper, which I've never seen a meal without pepper. It does have the crushed red pepper. So maybe that's the idea, is to put that in the,
That's weird.
So, well, I think we're going to pause there a minute. I am going to grab me some hot water. We're going to have some coffee. All right, guys, I've got my hot water. We're going to take our Bill's Brew freeze-dried coffee, put it in there, stir it up good, and see how she tastes. There we go. And get out our spoon, get it all mixed up there. You can see the typical freeze-dried coffee. Got to get it all kind of melted down. Wow. The grains this water might not be quite hot enough. I had to walk it a ways. Didn't have a campfire right alongside here, but we'll give it a try here. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, I don't care for coffee with sugar or cream. I just like my coffee straight black. So we'll try it that way first. By the way, I was on the Iwo Jima. I'll tell a little story about that when I was in Beirut, Lebanon, and it's been decommissioned, but it was a helicopter landing platform. Basically, they had helicopters, helicopter maintenance on an aircraft carrier.
Oh wow!
And pretty cool. But I'll tell you a few stories about that in a bit. But anyway, Asa got this for me for Christmas last year.
I did not know that the Iwo Jima it was a helicopter aircraft carrier.
Yeah. There have been 3 or 4 ships, I think, named the Iwo Jima, but while I was active duty, that was what it was. So anyway, let's try a little Bill's coffee. It's not bad. Should have had the water a little warmer. Do that next time. Yeah, but again, I don't care for sugar or cream.
But they have those options.
Yeah.
Right?
The sugar and cream are options.
Okay.
You know what? I don't do it normally, but I can't think of anything else I'm going to put cream in. So let's try a little bit of cream, just for the folks at home. Let's see. Let's see what we think about it. There we
And
go.
for people who don't know, correct me if I'm going astray, each ship has its own name and symbol.
Right, and then they'll have their own insignia or their own crest or whatever that's called, and then all the ship will have, like in the ship store. When I was on board, I should have bought one because they will have them on the ship store, but I didn't think about it. I do have one from when I was on the USS El Paso. I've got some fun stories from that too, but that's a different trip. But anyway, let's put a little bit of creamer in there. And I don't know how much creamer to put in coffee because I don't do it. So
I do it till it almost looks like milk.
Okay, well then we'll put a little more.
I like milky coffee.
All right, well let's just top the whole thing in there. There we go. And get it all stirred up good. So first, I'll try it with just cream, and then I'll go ahead and add sugar, which is really detestable to me in coffee, but we'll try it. All right, so here's some coffee with cream. Makes it kind of a little bit, it takes the bitter off of that coffee, the bitter edge that coffee naturally has. So, all right, let's go ahead, all the way in here, sugar.
If you don't want to drink it, I will.
Okay, well,
I'm
I
a
might have you
millennial.
try it. You can should I put it all in there? You think?
Yeah, put it all in there.
All right, the whole shebang.
Now that's how I like coffee.
Well, I don't know.
I'm a millennial though, we all do that.
When I was a little kid, my grandmother used to make tea, and if you put cream and sugar in it, she called it baby tea. So she would say, "Would you like baby tea?" And of course, as a kid, you didn't want to drink baby tea. I was like 7 years old. You didn't drink baby tea. So I would say no thanks to the baby tea, and I think that's probably how I ended up over time. Just never got used to cream and sugar. My father always drank cream and sugar in his coffee, as I recall. Let's see here. Tastes like it's not bad actually. It tastes like a sweet drink of some kind, like
Like a
maybe
coffee milkshake.
Yeah, a little bit. You want to try a little bit?
Yes, thank you.
That's not bad. Get some peanut butter on the old palate. Whatever.
Lots of cream and sugar. That's the way I like coffee.
There we go. That'll take that weird coffee taste out of my mouth. One more and then we'll move on. But I'm liking this peanut butter. This isn't bad. Like you said, could use a little salt. So
Salt on the
on the
crackers.
cracker, yeah. So we'll touch it up a little bit with some salt. There we go. Yeah, that vastly improves it. All right, we got to try. You know, I think we're going to probably, again, I don't like pretzels a whole lot.
Yeah, some angry birds.
got some
Oh, it's a hawk.
Oh,
They're chasing. I think the hawk chased something in the tree there. I see him sitting.
Does
There he
he
goes.
have something of somebody else's?
Oh, it's a crow and a hawk. Oh, crazy. Fighting.
It's natural and live here, guys. Anyway, honey mustard and onion pretzels. We got to try some first, and then I'll probably put some in the main course. Take a look there.
Oh, they're just crumbles.
It's the factory took all the crumbles and pieces and said, we'll sell them to the government. They can give them to the troops. That's my guess. They didn't want to put these in a bag and sell them for hard money. So anyway, I'm a little bit of a skeptic.
Wow, that is serious. This is seriously, to me personally, this is looking like one of the lamest MREs we've ever opened.
Is there any salt in this? Good grief. Salt is one of the very last things. Wow.
That's what you need the most when you're out there sweating it up and working hard.
That's really disappointing.
That is.
Well, we better save our salt for the main dish, that's for sure. So I'm going to save the pretzels for the main dish. I'm thinking that's how they're supposed to go. I'm kind of interested to try the old First Strike Nutritious Energy Bar. Cran raspberry flavor. It feels kind of compact. Oh, that's weird. It looks like a fruit roll-up.
What?
With grain in it.
What?
Wow. Okay, look at this.
Boo.
It's weird. Yeah, it's like a fruit roll-up. All right. Let's try it out. Definitely smell the raspberry. Definitely smell the raspberry. And that smells good, actually. And you can see the little pieces, the little flecks of whatever that is. It's an interesting look to it. I like that. All right. What? This will tear your teeth up. If you've got teeth like I do, gotta be careful. It's got like crystals in it of some kind, or that's not bad. You wanna try a bite?
Sure.
It's like taffy.
If you like fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups with grain in them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The taste isn't too bad, but...
No. Put it away for now. Real sticky. I don't like how you have to eat it. That's why we have the moist towelette. It's been about 7-8 minutes, I'm guessing. I think it's about time to give our main dish a try. Oh, well, here you go. I'll kind of ooze it up a little bit so you can see. See there?
What? That's weird.
All right,
This
here we
is...
go.
I don't...
It's just noodles with cream sauce and spinach.
Like chopped noodles.
Yeah, egg noodles. Now, they could be good. Egg noodles are typically good. I don't know what that looks like. Well, there we go. Okay, all the goodness is out. Before I add salt or honey mustard and onion pretzels, we're going to try it just the way it is. Get us some good amount of noodles. Smells all right. I mean, it doesn't smell like much. That's good. I think it's good. Yeah, it's got some kind of cheese or something in it. It tastes like. Take a look at that. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just there's no meat. Yeah, but I think we can make it better. A little bit of salt. The wind is blowing pretty good, so it's blowing my salt around. Put those on 1/2. Make sure it's good. You know what? I'm gonna cleanse the old palate a minute here. I've got a lot of berry and coffee and cream and peanut butter rolling around in my mouth there. All right, here we go. Fettuccine with honey mustard and onion pretzels and a goodly amount of salt. That's good. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. If I think what I would probably do with a meal like this is I might take half of it, like trade with somebody that had a meat patty. I'll trade you half of this for half of your meat patty, kind of a deal, and mix them together. Because I'll tell you guys, this is not a bad. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all.
I'm wondering where the cake is. Where's the dessert? You know?
That's this, I think, isn't it?
That's your dessert?
The fruit roll-up thing, yeah.
That's stupid. This is a stupid MRE. Where's the cake of old, the pound cake,
I'm afraid that ship has sailed.
Man, if I was a soldier out in the field and I got this thing, I'd be mad.
We got to have our drink. We'll get this one open. We'll add the water, and it has the, it's got the kind of its hole. You can hold it.
Yeah.
Shape. It's got the little hourglass shape, so there's a way to hold it. So we'll pour in our water, get my trusty canteen from many moons ago. It says add about 1/3 of a canteen of water. So I will, last time I didn't add very much. I had one of these before. There we go. Put that in there. And the cool thing is I can reseal that. There we go. Got it resealed. Make sure, kind of hold the top just in case, but we'll stir it around a little bit. So we'll just mix it up good. Make sure it's sealed. Tip it upside down. It just says shake it up good, kind of like peanut butter. You got to knead it up well, reconstitute it. And then we'll give it a try. Probably should have saved some of the cream for this too. I don't know. Can you see? If I pour it forward a little bit, can you see?
Oh yeah.
It's like a shake.
Yeah.
Okay. I got wow. I got a big blob of powder that didn't get
Oh,
wet.
powder, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to, mix it all up in my mouth there.
You got like a powder bubble that burst in your mouth.
Yeah, but it was probably that big. It was a big one, so I had to, yeah. See, I don't care for chocolate that much anyway. You can ask my wife about that. And so now we're gonna let that saturate a little more.
I just saw one thing there.
You are exactly. This will vastly improve. Check it out. Ingredients: crushed red pepper. That's it. Nothing else added. Let's do this. That is going to even make this meal more better. And again, I don't do hot stuff real well, so I'll just put a little bit down. Boy, I tell you what though, I'm getting that clot of chocolate powder in my mouth. So let's try that with the crushed red powder. But before I do that, I wanted to mention. So I was in Beirut. My coffee cup that Asa got me was from the occasional time I was on the USS Iwo Jima, named after the battle, the famous World War II battle. But when I was in Beirut, I was on land. It got a little boring sometime. And one day, Gunny came in and said, hey, I need a volunteer to go do the unit's laundry. And what we would do, we had a mesh laundry bag. And you just put all your old laundry in it. I mean, everything, underwear, camo, whatever you wanted washed, t-shirts, whatever you needed washed, you just threw it in the bag. And your bag had your name and some kind of, like 2nd Radio Battalion, that's what I was in. And then we put that mesh bag, everybody's mesh bags, into a great big mesh bag. And then we drug them onto a helicopter and flew out to the USS Iwo Jima and did laundry. And if you've never seen ship's laundry, it's incredible. They're front loads and they're massive. I mean, they're 10 feet tall, they're 6-8 feet wide, and there's this big door. And you just throw all these big mesh bags that have everybody's laundry into the washing machine. And there, you shut it. I don't remember how you did everything. And of course, you're out in the ocean, and they have to desalinize or take the salt out of the water as best as they can. And I don't know if the soap was added automatically. I really don't remember all that. I just remember I had to go and supervise making sure that we got all our bags that I took out. I had to bring all the bags back. Well, the first time I did that, one of the advantages was I got to eat Navy chow. Navy chow on ship, primo. And usually I got to spend the night. Helicopter would bring you out in the afternoon. They'd go back to shore, come back the next morning, late morning, early afternoon. So I got to eat, on ship they had breakfast, lunch, dinner, and mid-rats. Mid-rats came around midnight, between 11 and midnight, and it was always the leftovers from the day, plus cereal and breakfast, and I ate like a king when I was in Beirut, when I was on ship. So Once that happened, I started volunteering for laundry whenever they needed laundry duty. In fact, I told the gunny, hey, anytime you need somebody to do laundry, I'm your guy. Well, I'm sitting in the chow hall one day after eating and talking to some Navy guys, and they're really disappointed because they can't go to shore. It was too hot. There was too much stuff going on. The embassy had been blown up already.
And you mean hot, like a lot of too much action?
Too much risk of action, of bad things happening to the Navy guys. You couldn't go out in town. We couldn't go out in town. The only time we went in or through town was on our way to the embassy or on our way to one of our forward posts. So anyway, so they couldn't go to shore, which Navy guys love to go to have their shore leave, and they'd pick up trinkets and different things like that. Well, it got my wheels to turning. I'm an entrepreneur. I figured that out for sure when I was in the Marine Corps. And so when I went back with the laundry, we had a little store, and I'll show some pictures of that. Had a little store right by our base there, and a couple and their daughters from Beirut sold brass and kafayas and different things, all different incense, all different kinds of stuff, whatever you'd buy at the store there, I guess around there, and candy bars, things like that from Beirut. And so I went into the store and I bought a whole bunch of stuff, brass, postcards. They had a bunch of postcards. I bought a ton of postcards, brass, and some Beirut candy. And when I went out and volunteered for laundry next time, I put part of that in my laundry bag, in like a cloth bag. And then when we got there, before I threw it in the laundry on ship, I took that bag out. I went to the guy that ran the chow hall, or the ship's chow hall, and said, I've got some stuff here. If you wouldn't mind me setting up a little store, I'll give you a brass candle holder or something like that, if you don't mind. He was like, man, that would be fantastic. We've been dying to get stuff. I'd really appreciate it. So I set up my little store on one of the, there were 4 seats. There was like a picnic table, and I just set my postcards up in my brass. And in fact, hand me that brass over there, would you? Yeah. This is one of the things. So this is the only thing I kept from what I used to trade for. I didn't keep any postcards or anything, but just a brass Cobra, right? And it's not really complicated. Has a brass screw in the top, and it's 3 pieces. Actually 4 pieces. The screw, the candle holder, the wax catcher, and the snake. And I don't remember what I'd buy them for, but I would mark them up a little bit and sell them to the guys on ship. I sold out in like minutes. My postcards were gone, my brass was gone, the kafayas were gone. I'll show you a kafaya here in a minute. And I knew I had a great idea. Well, what to do? The guys, the Marines on shore, we couldn't get any American candy. We couldn't get anything American, right? It was all Middle Eastern. Our milk was boxed. I'd never seen boxed milk before. It wasn't cold, but you could get milk, but it was boxed and not cool. And it
was warm milk?
Yeah, it was, oddly enough, but it was,
weird.
I've seen it now in the United States, but back in the 80s, I'd never seen anything like that. All the beer, all the pop you drank, it was all room temperature. And it was hot. There was 85 to 100 degrees on any given day. So I thought, I'm going to bring back, I bought a case of Snickers. I bought some, just different things that I could go back. I knew I could sell them. So I started doing this little back and forth. The Navy guys they would start watching for me. When the helicopter would land with the laundry, there'd usually be a chow hall guy. Hey, come on, you got your stuff? They'd want me to set up the store, and I got a little bolder every time, got more and more stuff. Every time I would just sell out because the guys had no chance to go to the shore to get their stuff. So, and then I'd take stuff back. Well, the first time I learned an important lesson, I bought a whole case of Snickers on the ship, put them in my laundry bag, which also had our soap in it, brought it back, unloaded it when I got back, opened up my Snickers case, which had been sitting right next to the powdered laundry soap all the time that we were on the helicopter, and then once I was handing stuff out, so it sat there probably for several hours. Opened up the candy bars before they melted and started selling them, and the first guy opens about, spits the candy. What did you do to these? Taste like soap. Chocolate absorbs whatever it's around. So if you ever go to packing, do not pack chocolate by soap, because the chocolate will taste just like the soap. I lost big money on that one because I bought a whole case of Snickers bars. But anyway, so let me show you what a kafaya is. You've seen these. They're the kind of the Arab headdress, and these are made in Syria, which is right next to Lebanon. Put them in like a triangle, you go around like thus. Of course, I had hair back then. And you go around that way, and then you take the rope. And Yasser Arafat, back in the 80s, he always had one of these on. And apparently, different material that they were made out of signified different rank, although I never understood that completely, but that's what I was told. And then you put this on to kind of just help secure that headdress. What you would do if you're on your camel is you would bring a little bit of this forward, and if it started blowing up real big, you could bring it forward and tuck it into your shirt or whatever you had on, so it would protect your nose and your mouth, so you didn't have to swallow all the sand that would come up. But so I bought, at one point, I bought 50 of these to sell. Not on, I sold a lot on ship, but I bought 50 before I went home because I knew the guys back in the battalion would like some. And on the way home, we landed on the island of Crete. While we were there, another plane landed with a whole bunch of Navy cadets. And they were on their way to the Middle East somewhere. I don't know if it's Beirut or whatever. Well, I saw these guys, and they were all had their clean uniforms on. They looked really good, and I think they probably had just gotten paid, because I got my keffiyehs out, and I sold out of 48 of them in like 10 minutes. That's the story of the keffiyehs, my time in Beirut, the fun part of the time in Beirut, and there you go. Hope you enjoyed the story. So, well, let's see what this pepper tastes like with the creamy fettuccine. Let's see, let me take my, there we go. You know, again, I don't like the hot stuff particularly, and I don't think it's necessary. So I'm not going to put the peppers on the rest of that, but I will put a few more of these, because I don't care for these just by themselves much. There we go. And mash into a little more of that. I tell you, I am pleasantly surprised, because I'd read reviews online. Nobody much cared for it. So I didn't have many expectations, but it's a good meal. It needs meat, but it's a good meal overall. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the story. Hope you enjoyed the meal with me. See you in the next one.